You guys there? Can you hear me? Okie dokie. Okay. Hello. Okay. Oops. Okay, guys. Hey, can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Okay. I tell you what, I had so much fun with that last one that I wanted to do it again. What do you think about that, you guys? Okay. This is still a little bit wonky. So let me see if I can try to fix it. Hey, Cat. Okay, let's see. So this is a brand new stand. I had a stand. Good morning, Nancy. And my daughter came down and was going to use it for a mic stand and broke it. Therefore, I had to order a new one. So, hello, hi. So, anyway, now I'm trying to get this one situated. It's a little bit different. Uh-oh, did I lose you? No, I did not lose you. Okay, good. Okay. Now we are upside down. So, let's see. You guys are awesome for hanging out while I try to get this fixed. While I try to figure out what's going on. Okay. Okay. Let's try that one. Okay. Let me make sure. Okay. Here we are. Thanks, y'all, for joining me. You guys are awesome. Hey, Jamie. Hey, guys. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of thank you, Terry. Okay, thank you, Laura. You guys are awesome. I just appreciate y'all's patience while I figure all this out, because I just think these live streams are so much fun. All right, so today we are going to work on some curved spine journals for my Richard Scarry collection, which is going to be my next journal collection. And I thought I would bring y'all along because I was going to work on these today. And then I thought, well, why not do a live? So I'm going to start from the very beginning. This is the book that I'm going to do today. All right. Did you? Yay. They are really fun. All right. So I'm going to start out by taking the covers off of this journal. And I went and I have this really very substantial box cutter. And it's got all these great little safety features. And so I'm going to start out by just trimming the front cover off with my box cutter. All right. Now I've already gone and cleaned this with I use like a baby wipe and a magic eraser to try to get it cleaned off good. So now let's flip it around and get the back page off. And then I want to take a peek and see how this is bound, because if my pages are glued in, it's really a lot harder for me to make it into more of a junk journal where I leave some of the story intact and it becomes more of a glue book. All right, so there's my back cover. Now I'm gonna take my knife down. Yes, okay, so they scare me too, Joanne. Let me tell you, I used to have, well, I still have a bunch of these teeny tiny ones, okay? And when these get dull, they scare me more because they don't really do a good job. So I found this one at Ollie's. Do you guys have Ollie's where you live? I know you've got one in North Alabama, Kat. And it's a Husky. And the reason I like it is I can't push this forward unless I twist it. And then I can push it forward as much as I want. And then I can bring it back down. So anyway, it wasn't very expensive. And of course I have my cutting mat. I would never do that if I didn't have my little cutting mat here. But yeah, and I also think having this guard here helps a little bit. I don't know, I just got this. Okay, and if you have an Ollie's near you, this is just a public service announcement. When I was in there the other day, they have Park Lane paper pads for, at my location, $1.99. Now, I love you, Joanne, thank you. And so I need more paper pads, like I need a hole in my head, so I didn't get any, but y'all run in there and grab some paper pads if you need paper pads, if you have an Ollie's nearby. Okay. So now we got our cover off. All right. I want to know what y'all are working on today. Y'all tell me what y'all are working on. Okay. See, okay, this is glued in. So that just means the pages are not in signatures. I think, let me make sure. And I mean, oh, these are really cute. I'm gonna have to make some more ephemera. Y'all, I've been making ephemera. I've been cutting out stuff. And honestly, I kind of just decided, okay, Jan, did you send me the message or the email or leave a comment? I think it was you. And ooh, a wedding journal. Oh, that's fun. So I just decided, since I'm working on these, that I would just kind of do a live. We would just do it together and we can chat. I was trying to see my floor again. I mean, is it really a usable junk room? Junk journaling room if you can see your floor? I don't know. Joanne did this amazing tour of hers, and I'm impressed, Joanne, I have to say. I know you did. I know lots of people have, and I just have not, for whatever reason, done it. I think it's typically because I get in here and I'm like, and I'm worried that somebody's going to come interrupt me, or a kid's going to interrupt me, or a dog is going to bark. And so, and then sometimes things don't want to upload because I have so many people using the Wi-Fi. So yes, a lot of people have wanted me to do this. And so we're just doing it today. Now I had pre-cut this spine, but it's not 3 inches. I didn't measure it because I do a 3-inch spine on my journals. And so this is what I do to make my spines. This is for another one. But I take file folders and I glue them together. And, oh, you can do it, Cotty. That's a really nerve-wracking thing too. You can ask Joanne. She just started uploading videos. Yeah, that can be very nerve-wracking, but you got this. Y'all totally got this. So I don't love that this doesn't have 3 inches. So let me grab, hang on. As ready as I try to be. Okay. So what I do when I'm making my, yes, please, y'all be okay with the hot mess. This is me. Okay, I take these folders and I just glue them, and I take kind of like a cheapy paint roller and I put my glue and I roll it out thin, press it down, and put it under boxes. All right, and I just have a bunch of these pre-made to make spines with. And well, curved spines. I wouldn't use this on a hard spine, but on a curved spine, it's great. And then I just get my paper cutter and I cut off 3 inches of it. No, it's one folder that I glue together. So it's one solid folder. Like, let's see if I have one that is not glued together nearby. Oh, hang on. Hang on, I'll show you. Okay, got it. It's one of these. And I can pick up these usually at some estate sales or thrift stores for not much money. All right, so I take one of these. Yep. And then I glue them together. I take this part out, put them under books, and then I have a bunch. I usually make a lot at one time. All right, so I'm going to do 3 inches. I have not tried to do a curved spine with less than 3 inches. This is just the formula that works best for me. So I just usually stick to my formula. But you know, the more you do this, you'll kind of come up with your own formula. Like I didn't just come up with this formula immediately when I started doing this, you know? All right, and then I just go like that and grab a pencil and I do a mark here. I mean, this is super precise stuff here, y'all. I'm not a real good, I don't like to measure. I just like to do it. And then I'm gonna trim that little piece off right there. And I got inspired by Carla Frizzell, who does a great tutorial on this as well on her channel with some Christmas ones. So I will try to find that video and link it below. All right, so there we go. This is going to be the start of our curved spine journal. All right, and then I take masking tape. I get this at the Dollar Tree. I honestly had some thicker stuff that I think I stole it from my husband, but I used that up. And so I went to the Dollar Tree and I found this. So I'm going to use the lines on my mat here and make sure that I get this really good and lined up the way I want it. And I try to start on the front. And I'm going to take my tape and tape it down here like so. And then I'm gonna come over here and do it on this side. So what else are y'all up to today? We were supposed to have some kind of thunderstorms later. Here, I did not get this over enough. So I'm gonna rip my tape off and I'm gonna lay another piece right next to it. Because I found you don't really need a ton of tape, but you do need it to be, you know, pretty good on both sides so it'll hold it together for you. So sometimes I'll go back and put 2, but generally I just go like this. And the reason for me is when I go to start binding and poking my holes, I don't want to be poking through a lot of this because it kind of messes up my needle and messes up my pokey tool and gets everything sticky and makes it harder to bind. Okie doke. So we're going to flip it over. So it's hot today, but we are supposed to have thunderstorms later, which I always welcome here in Alabama because that gives me a little bit of relief from the heat. What's the weather like where you guys are today? Are you guys still with me? Did we get messed up somehow? Beautiful weather. Yeah, one day I want to go live somewhere where there's seasons, hot and humid. We don't really get a winter. Oh, look at this. Good morning, good night, sleep tight. Yeah. Well, our summers can be brutal. I don't know, after having all the hot summers, I would almost rather have a brutal winter, but you know, don't speak too fast, right? I think we will have, I agree, Kat. I don't know. I mean, don't you feel like we're having more thunderstorms and more rain than a normal summer here, Kat? I do. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm not gonna press in between here, but I'm just gonna make sure that that's really good and adhered. And then I just stand it up and do that. And if it stands up like this, then it's, I have it even. If it stands up like a book like that. Yeah, I do too. And I'm afraid that we've got some like other like, what am I trying to say, Kat? Like weather coming from the Gulf, like hurricanes. Oh my gosh, I can't find my words. Okay, so what is cool about this little collection that I'm doing is I have been out there buying and collecting all of my feed sack, and all the spines are going to be feed sack. I'm so excited about that. So after I get everything taped up, I'll lay my fabric down and I'll look on either side here where I have the tape here. I'll sometimes pay attention to the rest here. And then I'll take my fabric cutting scissors and I just rip my fabric. And actually before I do that, I'm gonna get myself a good clean edge and rip a little edge of this off. I do too. I grew up on Richard Scarry. Love Richard Scarry. I mean, yeah. Okay. And so now I'm gonna just trim over here. Hey Sandra, everybody. At 4 o'clock in Central Time, Sandra is having another live sale. Y'all, today. I wanted to do a live today, but I texted her earlier a message. I found out when she was having her sale because I didn't want to do it at the same time. But I'm excited. Sandra has such fun stuff that I don't find here that I just love. Love, love, love. All right. Yay. I can't wait for your sale. Okay, so now I have got this piece here. So I'm gonna take, oh, actually I have, this is a dish drying rack situation that I got at the Dollar Tree and used it for a while, and then it got kind of, you know, like worn looking. And so I brought it down to my room, and when I do my spines, I glue on this because it doesn't make as much a mess on my mat. I mean, my mat's kind of a mess anyway. When does anybody else have these mats? These cutting mats. Man, I'm trying to hold on to this one for a long time. I'm trying, you know, I guess one day I'll have to get a new one. Are the kiddos helping with Sandra? Sandra, I don't remember how old your babies are that you have with you. This is the glue I use. Y'all cannot see this. I ordered this from Amazon. It's that Linco bookbinding glue. I ordered this from Amazon and it came and it was all sticky and a mess everywhere. And I went to try to return it and they were like, send them back. And I was like, well, I mean, I didn't know what I thought was going to happen, but I don't really want to send it back because it's just going to make a bigger mess. So I was like, I'm just going to clean it up and we're just going to go with it. But anyway, this is the glue I use on this. And I've used lots of different kinds of glue on my spine. And this is the one that I like the best. And this is also, let's see here. Waiting on your call in, Daisy. And then this is also something else I do that's probably not normal. I have this little vase here that I think I got a little baby orchid in it, which I can't keep an orchid alive to save my life. But I have a little bit of watery glue in here, and I keep my brush in here. And so I'll take a little bit of my bookbinding glue, and I try not to do too much, but I'll just kind of pour a little bit out like that. And I'll take my brush and I'll just kind of brush it on. This is kind of relaxing just to brush the glue. And you really don't want to have too much, which is another reason why I have this little thing here. This is so weird. Anyway, I just kind of like wipe my brush off every now and then in here because I don't want to get too much glue. And sometimes it can't be helped depending on what fabric you're using, but okay. So now I'm gonna take my little piece of feed sack and I'm gonna line it up. And before I really press it down, I do a check. So I will pick it up and I will look here and I will go, okay, this looks pretty even and pretty straight to me. So I like that. I don't worry as much on the back, but I do like the front to be, you know, good and straight, and that's my check for it. So once I've checked that, I'll just press this down, give it a really good press in a second for that glue to adhere, and the glue is very sticky, so it'll adhere on there well. Yeah, it is relaxing. Okay. And I am very happy with this fabric, with this cover too, with the reds and the purples and the, yeah, I'm very happy with that. All right, so now I'm gonna flip it over. Now, the best case scenario is that you have a piece that'll like meet in the middle or even be bigger, but that didn't happen this time, but that's all right. I still wanna use this fabric. So what I'm gonna do right now is just take a teeny bit of glue and I'm just gonna try to glue down both the ends and then take a look and see how much more of this feed sack I need to rip to do the center. And I guess you don't have to use feeds. You don't have to use whatever it is if you have something different going on in the, like in other words, you could use a different piece of fabric, but there's something to me I like about just having it be consistent all the way through, because I also like to put a, here's my dry baby wipe to wipe that glue off. I also like to have a like an edging along it, like some sort of trim on it, just to... What's the weather like for you, Sandra? Alrighty, I'm just gonna get that up there and take my dry baby wipe, and I'm just gonna wipe that glue away. All right, so that's good. So now I've got my other piece here, and sometime, well, let's see. Sometimes I can make it work like that, but I don't know that that's gonna work like that today. Oh, it's so hot. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to line this up. And this is just what I do after doing this a ton and messing it up and not figuring out, because I want it to be the same width. And so I'll just do a cut there and then rip that. And then I'm gonna save that to make embellishments and whatnot with. Okay. Now it's sticking to me. It's reversed. Oh, you mean like it should go like this? Maddie, do you have your, oh, wait a minute, I don't know. Oh, everything looks like a mirror image reversed. Okay, well, hang on. I don't know, hang on. I don't know if I can fix that without, what about now? Did it change? Did anything happen? Let's see. No, same. Okay. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Me too, girl. I hear ya. Let's see. What about that? Okay, what about that? Is that still a mirror image, or is that better? Or is it upside down or anything? Oh, what? Okay. Oh, is that it? Is that better, y'all? Okay. Let me get back up here on my camera. Oop. Well, now let's see. Okay. Did that look better with the light on? The camera light on? Okay, let's see. Okay. Is that better? Okay, that's funny. Because I didn't notice that. And I'm watching here on my laptop, and I did not notice that there was... Let's see. Okay. Whoop. Let's see. Let me get myself... Okay. There. How's that? We good there? Okay. Perfect. Okay. Good. Awesome. Thanks for telling me. No, I feel okay like doing that with you guys, you know. I trust you guys to tell me what's going on, and I want to try to fix it if I can, because I know how that is when things look like they're a mirror, and it kind of makes, I don't know, I don't like to watch it like that myself, so I'm glad y'all told me. But everything else right now is good. You guys good with everything? It looks all right? Okay. Yes, we are all friends here. Honestly, y'all, that is part of the reason why I feel okay about just kind of jumping out there and doing this, because I know you guys will have my back, and I appreciate that very much. And I like hanging out with you guys. Yes. Well, Sandra, if I could remember it, because right now this is my second live ever on my not going through StreamYard, and I literally just kind of tried to hit some buttons on my phone. I'm not lying. I just kind of took it down and was like, okay, I'm just going to figure this out. We're just going to hit some buttons until it's okay. All right. I don't like how that is doing that. Let me see if I can try to, let's see. Okay, better. Oh, that maybe is a little bit better. Okay, we're still good. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? Okay, great. So, now that I have my inside piece trimmed, and I like to have a little bit, when I do it this way, of that frayed edge coming over the top, because to me it makes it kind of look like old bookbinding cloth. You are a natural. How do you like it so far compared to StreamYard? Well, okay, so what I like about StreamYard is I can have somebody like Carrie the Paper Monkey or Carla Frizzell on there talking and stuff when I do lives and whatnot. That's what I like about StreamYard. And that would be, I mean, that would kind of be it, really. And I just have the free version of StreamYard, although I will say this is probably a higher quality than StreamYard as far as the picture resolution and whatnot. If I had to guess, I would say this is probably a better resolution. You can do moderators, but I don't know how to have a moderator that can also talk in the background. So I can have moderators that will just watch the you know, the chat for me and get rid of anybody that comes on that's doing something they should not be doing. I don't know if you guys were around for my last one of these I did, but somebody came on and typed something really inappropriate. I mean, it really could have been a lot worse, but you know, I had to just hop right on there and delete that. And so what's nice about having a moderator is that they can do that for you if you're like, what, you know, I'm crafting or whatever. So, I mean, I would say for me, for live selling, if you're gonna have somebody on there with you with the live sale, I would do StreamYard. If you're gonna do it by yourself, I think on YouTube is fine and probably better, because the resolution, the quality of the picture, I think is a little bit better, if that makes sense. All right. Okay. They have to be a guest on which platform. All right, so I've got my middle piece in here. Now this is the magic. This is where the magic happens. Are y'all ready? I take this up like this, okay? And this is so hard. I have a curved spine, y'all. It's not hard at all. And when I'm doing that, I'm looking on the inside to see if I'm making any bubbles on the inside. And if I am, I will take my bone folder. Yep, there it is. Okay, so while I just sort of, do this. And then I'll check inside with my bone folder, and I will make sure that I have everything, no bubbles, which you could have bubbles occasionally. It's not really that big a deal. That's right, Cotty. That's essentially it. That's my method. Now, there may be people that have other methods out there or whatever. And, okay, see, there's a little bubble right there. I'm going to get in there and press all that down. And then I do have the top to a plastic crate that I have wax paper on. And I will put this over the top of the plastic crate like that overnight and let it dry. And if I'm in my craft room, I'll look at it occasionally, and if I need to give it another good little bend here. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Thank you so much. They are so fun to make. I love making them. All right. So that's it. So I'm going to put this down on my plastic crate top that I have lined with the wax paper. And the reason I line it with, hang on, let me get this on here. The reason I line, and it could be the back of a chair, it could be the top of a piece of like I said, a plastic crate lid, it could be the back of a chair. But I always put a piece of wax paper on it before I put it down, because I don't want it to stick to whatever it is, right? And so it might stick a little to the wax paper, but that's like easy to kind of peel that off, So I'm not as worried about that. Okay, so let's do one more. You guys want to do one more? Let me make sure this is a 3 inches. This is not, wait a minute, is it? Is this 3 inches? Yeah, it's 3 inches. Okay. So we have this here, and this one had a little thing in the back, and I just left it. And then there's a boo-boo there, but I'm going to fix all the boo-boos. Some of these have really bad, rough corners, but we're going to fix all that. I just start out doing the spine first. All right, so I'm going to get this lined up here. Do y'all have any other questions about that? Oh, okay. So you put it like flat and put the rolling pin under it like that? That's smart. I never even thought of that. Sandra, what kind do you want, friend? Tell me what kind you want. Yes, I'm going to do another one, but yeah, the way you are able to do it is because this is wet from the glue. Now, if you let this dry flat, it may not be able to make a round, but you have to do it when it's wet. Does that make sense? Trying to read the comments. I think I'm caught up on everything. Okay, so let's do it again. I've got several here to make if y'all want to hang out a minute. So I'm just going to go in here with my tape and do my tape right there. And then over here. Okay. Okay, but what kind do you want, Sandra? Girl, I can, if you want me to make you, I can make you one, like a custom order one. You know what I mean? I can make anybody a custom order. I mean, you want like botanical cookbook, kids book. Okay, here we go. Gonna lift that up and carefully flip it over. Okay. And then come over the top. Now I've done this, I mean, a bunch. You guys know I've done this a bunch. So, and I say this about everything, you really just have to, you have to really, for me, it took a lot of practice and a lot of screaming at it, going, why aren't you working? Or why did you do this? Or why did you do that? I mean, you really have to, you really just have to practice on it to get it just right, or how you like to do it. All right. Yeah, what book do you want? Sure, if you have a book in mind. I mean, anybody could do that if they had a book and they wanted me to make it into a journal. Let's see, sometimes I use cereal boxes, wet the piece, wet it. When dry, attach it. Oh, I see. Okay, so you make the spine first instead of making, and then attach it instead of attaching it and then, okay, I see. All right, let's see if this stands up okay. All right, and it does stand up okay. I know that I'm a little off camera there. Silly question. No, ask the questions. The wire hanger out of it. Oh, no, I just take a paper cutter and I just cut it off. Easy. Yeah, but I've done that too. I've sat there and tried to like pull it out and like pull the stuff back and rip it out and all the stuff. Yeah, I just go, or take scissors, I just cut it off. All right, so for this one, I have got this piece of feed sack, which funnily enough, I saved from the inside of a quilt I got at one of my sales I go to. It was a quilt inside of a quilt, and this was inside the quilt, which is crazy, but let's see. This, okay, so I'm looking at this, and this is a little too wide on this side for me. Can you guys see that? This is another reason why I like doing this. Is because you guys can ask me questions while I'm doing it. Let's see here. I slice off the hangers too. Right, that's right. I do. Yes, sometimes you do. You have to scream at it. You have to be like, what is happening? And you may find, like I said, that that inside quilt is like our ugly scrapbook paper. Oh, I love it. I think it's so cute. It's got little blocks on it. It's got little bunnies and blocks and horses and elephants. Hello, welcome. Well, okay, see, but this is the thing. I just think that it was so plentiful back then that they just used it as an inner layer because it came off a feed sack or a flour sack. Or maybe, you know, to your point, maybe it wasn't the taste of the person. Or what people did was they would make a quilt and it would start to look like, I don't know, worn or whatever, and they would use it as an inside for another quilt top, like it was a duvet, like the inner part of a duvet. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to rip off a little of this edge because this is a little bit too wide. Okay. And you can see here it's a little bit down on this end. It's a little faded, but this part up here at the top looks nice, and so I'm going to keep that on the outside like that. Yeah, this was a piece that actually, it was 3 feed sacks sewn together, like 3 opened up feed sacks sewn together. I just think they didn't waste it. Yes, I mean, they did want to cover it up, but I just think back then, I mean, it was like the Depression era and all that kind of stuff, that they just didn't waste a thing. I mean, if a blanket was falling apart, they just put a new cover, like a new quilt top on it, and kept on rolling. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Very interested in how you cover up the edge with trim so neatly. The edge of what exactly, Daisy? Oh, you mean the edge of the fabric? Just fabric tack. Okay, let me get some glue down here. Spread it out. Hey, Melissa. Oh my gosh, Melissa, your Etsy shop and your journals, I cannot. They are so stinking cute, girl. You are doing an awesome job with everything. I'm so glad you could hop in. Y'all go visit her Etsy shop. She has got the cutest stuff in there, and she makes the most darling pattern journals. They are so cute. Okay, so I got my glue down here. Let's see here. So I'm going to get this down while my glue is wet and make sure I have it how I want it. And that looks pretty good to me. Okay, hang on. I will get this down, and then, yep, okay. See, this is a little bit off here at the top. So before the glue dries, I'm gonna go like this and put it back down to get it straight how I want it. But I'm glad everybody, everybody is given their tips and tricks and how they do it, because, you know, what works for me may not work for you. I just think you got to find what works for you and do it. And sometimes it takes a minute to do it. So be patient with yourself. It is a process. It's a lot more work to put stuff in an Etsy shop, I think, than some people realize. But yeah, it is a process, but it's fun. I wouldn't trade it for the world. All right, I'm just adding a little bit more glue on that side to make sure that's down like that. Okay, let me catch up. Let's see here. The fabric is too cute, and I watched the replay of Katie's live sale before. Well, I can share. Now, some of those pieces, I think they may have been really small. But if you send me an email of what you liked, Cotty, I can share with you in your next package. Yeah, there were some cute fabrics in there. That's the kind of, y'all, we watch, and Cotty's on there a lot. Katie's Tribe of 5 does live sales. And I've just really been watching a lot of live sales because I'm trying to get good at, get good at them and figure out what, works and doesn't work for people. And she has a great sale, and Cotty is on there a lot shopping because they're fun. There We're so cute. Aw, we do have, yeah, we must. And it's funny, Cotty, because when I'm doing these live sales, I can tell who has similar taste to me because they're also bidding, you know, trying to get the same stuff that I am. Oh no, yeah, okay, Kat. I was about to say, all of a sudden it got really dark in my room here. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I wonder if it's about to storm or rain. Y'all let me know if the lighting gets bad, okay? Let's see here. Let's see. Watched your church sale haul yesterday. Loved everything, Wally. Thank you so much, Wally. Thank you so much. It's when I go shopping, I honestly, I mean, for better or for worse, I don't just buy stuff. Like, I don't buy something unless it's something that I love and that I want to use. And if it's a lot of it, I'll share it. Or if I don't end up using it, I'll share it. But, you know, I don't just personally don't just go buy things just to buy them. You know, I buy things I really, really like. And then when I have extras or a lot of it, I share it. So thank you. And everybody has different tastes, but you know, I just get what I love. And I also love watching all these other live sales because, I mean, Katie has stuff on there that, I mean, like she has a lot of stuff if you're a mixed media artist, all kinds of things like that. And I am not, but it's very interesting to watch to see all the things that she has. All right, so I'm going to fold that up to here, okay? And then I'm going to trim this part off. Yay! Hey, Jen! Thanks for hopping on, my friend. We're just making some curved spines for my Richard Scarry books. I'm so glad you're here. Yay! So Jen is also, and do you mind if I say that, an Alabamian? And so Kat is also Jen, and we are just talking about, it looks like it's about to storm here. Apparently it's already storming where Kat is. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, this is like my second haul ever. I mean, my second live ever. Second live ever. Okay. So, all right, I have got that down with the glue. Let me go back here and I've got the sides down. Good. And then this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up first like that. And okay, so right here I have a little bit of fabric overlap. I'm just going to press that down. And then I'm going to pick it up and make my curved spine like that. And there you go. There's my curved spine. And then I'm just going to kind of work it a little bit here. And it is plenty pliable. And I've never done this with, I guess I don't think about you being in North Alabama, or let's see, I don't know, I never, let's see, yes, northeast, yeah, Kat is northwest, yeah, see, I never think about you being north for some reason, Jen. I think about you just being like to the side of me, but you are north. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, well, let me trim that little piece. I'm just gonna take this over to my plastic crate lid that I have lined with wax paper, and I'm gonna hang it over like that and let it dry. Okay. there we go. So, y'all have any other questions about that? Hey, Amy Jo, how are you? Hi, Parliament Exchange. I know you are north of me, technically, but I know, but it feels like you're just right next to me. I don't know. Just like I am technically in South Birmingham, but it feels like I should be north, but I'm not. It's weird. Okay, so these are my extra big ones that I'm doing. I don't even know that that is, I can get that in the frame. Let's see if I can. Okay, are y'all still with me? I'm trying to get my camera to, okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but I'm really south. But it doesn't feel like I should be south because I feel like Shelby County should be south and Hoover south, which they are. They are all south. But, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, for me, it takes about 2.5 hours to get to North Alabama, and it takes 4 hours to get to South Alabama. So I'm kind of centrally somewhat situated in the state. This, Amy Jo, is made up of this is a manila file folder, but just a file folder that I have glued together. Yeah, so it takes me, and then you just glue it together and cut it 3 inches. Thank you, Jen. We were just talking earlier in the chat about how much, like, I grew up on Richard Scarry. I love Richard Scarry. Yeah, so it takes me 4 hours to get to the Gulf Coast, and then it takes me 2.5 hours to get to the mountains. So we have ocean to mountains in Alabama. And up in the mountains, there's lots of beautiful rivers. And then my husband was telling me that, like, Alabama is like 70-something% forest, which is crazy. Something like that. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Don't quote me on that. But it was some, like, very large amount of our state is just forest. Yep. No stops. You go down I-65, right down the middle of the state. You get right there to the Gulf. Oh, yay. I have had, Melissa, we were just talking about how we have had I've had a lot of people ask me to do a tutorial, and when I get ready to start making these journals, I just don't think to put on my camera ever. And so today I thought I'm just going to do a live, and then we can do it together, and you guys can ask me questions, and we can be a little bit interactive. Okay, so I'm checking that, and that looks good to me. So I'm going to get this getting pressed down. This is another feed sack. We're working on my Richard Scarry junk journal collection that I'm doing, and I am doing all the spines in feed sacks that I have been buying and collecting for a minute because I wanted to do some feed sack journals, some spine feed sack journals. Let's see, let me keep up on. Jen, you have got some really cute journals. You've got some boho journals. And I just watched part of your haul video, and that journal at the beginning of your haul video is awesome. Oh, am I frozen? Hey, am I back? Okay. Right. That's part of it too. I was telling everybody, I really have just kind of gotten comfortable enough with my process and how I do it to even come make a video and share with everybody what I do. Let's see here. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, there must be a storm rolling in. Yeah, Jen has got some cute like boho journals. You're doing some more patchwork. So she's got some really cute stuff too that she's working on. Y'all look at the inside of this book. Oh, and this book is not in great shape. I mean, the corners, I think I'm gonna have to put like metal corners on it and stuff, but I just love these so much. I mean, oh, so cute. Yeah, I've been collecting all, yes, this is actually feed sack. Like I've been collecting a lot of, like authentic vintage feed sacks, or, I don't know if you can really authenticate it, but, I've been trying not to do reproductions, but anyway, and do, this whole collection is going to have feed sack on the spine. Yeah, I'm happy to share my process with you guys. I am not I'm not going to gatekeep. I want everybody to, make journals and fun things and pretty things, because everybody can. Okay. Yeah, oh, and the beach ones. Did I mention the beach ones? I'm trying to walk and chew gum here. She's got boho beach ones, which are really, really cute. She's doing some more of her patchwork, which are just, I mean, Jen, they're just stunning. Feed sack. I'm sorry. Can y'all understand? Feed sack fabric. Yes, feed sack. And feed sack is a whole, I am not super duper knowledgeable about it, other than I know it is fabric that during the Depression, when you would go buy your flour and I guess feed for animals too, I'm not sure, like your grains, they started putting the fabrics, these really pretty fabric designs on the bags, and then people were taking them and making clothing for their children or blankets or whatever, and it became kind of a thing where companies were competing to see who had the cutest or the best patterns, because mamas would do the shopping and want to get cute ones for their kiddos. So yeah, I bought a book about it and I read a little bit about it, but I still don't know as much as. Okay, so now I'm going to lift that up like that, and it's got a bit, it's coming up right there, so I'm just going to put a little bit more of my glue here, and if it's still like that, I can also, go back and glue it when it's dry if I need to. But honestly, you don't have to get really worried about the inside, because you're going to be binding there, and so that's going to help hold it all together too. Get some more glue right there. And I've also found that not all fabrics are equal. Some like to glue a little bit better than others. So you really just have to be patient with yourself and patient with your fabric. No, I am not using Craftex for my spine. Hey, Jamie. Let's see here. Let me catch up. I love feed sack. They're pretty. Me too, Jamie. Thrift. Check out Jen's YouTube. Oh, fun! Jen does send amazing Happy Mail packages. They are so thoughtful, and so I will check that out for sure. I'm learning the different materials from you, Maddie. Thank you. Okay. Jen is very talented. She is very talented. Let's see. Okay, my spines for these are folders. I take a folder, I glue it together, okay? I put it under books. I do a bunch at one time. I cut 3 inches, all right? And then that's my spine. That's what I do for a spine. And then I use masking tape to hold it on. And then when it's wet, I curve the spine like this and put it over either a dining room chair or something to hold the curve while it dries. Let's see. So no. And to me, I like using the file folder because it's upcycling again. Like I'm upcycling it from things I find, you know, I get them at thrift stores, garage sales, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Now I'm just peeking in here to see if I can press that down one more time. And then I'm gonna go put it over the back of a chair that I have lined with wax paper so it doesn't stick, and moving on. Jamie, I bet I would love to dig through your craft room, girl. You have found some fun, adorable things. Jamie has great stuff. She sometimes will come sell on Sandra's sales. That's how I decided to actually do these Richard Scarry, as I was going through my craft room organizing stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at all these cute Richard Scarry books I have. Let's make them. Let's do something with them. All right, so this is the feed sack I have for this one here. And I'm gonna just take my bookbinding glue, my Linco, get it from Amazon, bookbinding glue. Put some down here in the spine. And paint it on. Am I being sarcastic? About what? Which thing? I don't know. I do have a little bit of sarcastic tendencies. Oh, you're talking to Jamie. Okay. I was like, yes, I can be sarcastic. What did I say? Yes, I can actually. I will. If you guys want to see the whole thing, I mean, I'll try to work on this just during lives. Now, it may just be super impromptu like this. Just hop on and do it. But, yeah, I don't mind working on this whole thing with some on doing lives with y'all. Okay. Check this. Like that. Yep. And the reason I like to make several at a time is I just think it's easy when I have all my materials out just to sit here and do them all at once. I try to be nicer on YouTube. You're nice, Joanne. What do you mean? Oh, yay. I like it for this application better, Parliament Exchange. Mod Podge to me is okay. I live in the South. It is very humid here. Mod Podge doesn't seem to want to dry all the way. Where I am, it tends to be sticky for some reason. So, yes, I do. For this, I do. Jamie, do you have a YouTube channel? Do you do videos? Did I know that? That would be fun lives. Oh, yay. Okay, great. You guys are cracking me up. This glue is what works for me, and I like it. But I think I said at the beginning, hey Carla Frizzell, I have used all kinds of different glues in this process to land on this one. I have used the super thick Fabri-Tac. I have used the Tombow Mono. I have used a multitude of glues. So honestly, like everything, you really just have to find what works best for you and just go with it and try it out a lot. I've done a lot of not so nice words. Called my journals not so nice names, trying to figure out what works the best for me, but this is just my process. So and this is all inspired by Carla Frizzell and her glue books. And she did a video, I think it was last Christmas, Carla. I want to link your video in the description when I get off. Carla is blue because I didn't ask her. She just became my moderator. Yeah. Yeah. She just had to because I just made her my moderator on my channel. So, sorry, Carla. Not sorry. Yeah, we are going to take a road trip to Carla's. I'm trying to get Carla to come here. Okay, hang on. Are you, Jamie, are you talking about your YouTube channel? That's as far as you got, was thinking about it? Oh, Jamie should have a YouTube. It's all good, yeah. Joanne. Joanne's done awesome too. She's got some awesome videos out there, and she's got an awesome Etsy shop too. Okay, let's see here. The Frienderator. Yep. Yep, she is the Frienderator. Okay, so I need to trim another piece to fill my little gap here. Let's see. Well, I mean, I'm not just saying it to say it, Joanne. You've done a great job. I mean, you opened your Etsy, you've got your YouTube going, you make great videos. For sure. What kind of glue? You can't see it because when I got this from Amazon, it was all spilled. It's this Linco bookbinding glue. Let's see. Okay, so I agree, Carla. We were just talking about this a second ago about how you can't, it doesn't work for whatever reason on YouTube. You can't really do it. You'd have to do it through StreamYard. But yeah, that would be so fun to do all that through StreamYard. You have an Etsy shop, Jamie? Is that what you're saying? Hang on, I'm missing it. I'm missing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's called the Linco, but whatever bookbinding glue they have on Amazon is great. What is 2 or 4? I feel like I'm lost here. Oh, like through YouTube, you can have 2 or 4 people on a live? Is that what you're saying? Now, I don't know if I'm ready to be putting on makeup and putting my face on a... Cody, that's a whole other commitment, girl. Okay. Okay. Oh, or on a blank screen. I think it's just fun. I mean, honestly, to watch what everybody's doing, like watch everybody crafting and ask questions and see what they're doing and chat that way. I think that would be super fun. Let's see. Oh, I think a retreat would be cool too. I do. I just don't know, where would we have it so that everybody could get there? And I don't know. I think that would be so awesome. And then I think it would be so hard for everybody to get a date together, but we could probably do it. All right. Yeah, a retreat would be fun. Thank you, Carla. The quart size. Is that bigger than this? What is this size here? That's probably not a quart, is it? It never bubbles up on me. That's the other thing. And it's really easy to paint out smooth. So it looks smooth, and it never bubbles up on me, which is what I really like about it while I'm doing this. Okay. There we go. I'm off to hang this. Okay. I have got one more to do. Let me see. All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I gotta get another, I'm running out of places to hang my books, so they make my curved spine and get another lid to a plastic crate. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm back. We got one more to go. It is very flexible. That's what, I mean, to me, that's what makes it perfect for doing a flexible spine, is because it is flexible. It's not crunchy. Yep, same, Carla. I do the exact same thing. The exact same thing I do. Yep. Oh, yeah, girl, I'd hang on to that Fabri-Tac. All right. I hate buying necessities too. I hate it. glue, tape, any of that. I hate buying all that. Not a fan. I used to try to make my spines with the Fabri-Tac, and it worked, but it is a lot more expensive to do a spine with Fabri-Tac than this pH neutral glue, and I just didn't like the way it came out as much as I like the way this comes out. This just comes out so much nicer. And it doesn't get all chunky. Like sometimes, you know, Fabri-Tac gets all clumpy and chunky and you can't smooth it out good. And since this is a water-based glue, I mean, you could, I wet my brush a little bit, you know, before I get started. And, you know, Fabri-Tac, you know, I don't think it mixes with water. So this is my, oop, I got way too much. This is my 5th one of these. And then I do have, I'm not going to do it on the live today, but I do have 2 smaller Richard Scarry books with a soft cover that I was going to try to make into some sort of a glue book junk journal. I find though, anytime I've tried to use a super thick fabric on a spine though, it doesn't work out for me unless I leave enough space in between. Because it just like it's kind of crumpled up in that little valley there between the cover and the spine. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do some soft cover books, which I have not done before. So this is gonna be, this will be an interesting adventure to see how those turn out. Okay, bye Sandra. Y'all at, let's see, 4 o'clock Central Time, go jump on Sandra's channel. She's doing another live sale. She's got awesome stuff. Yeah, y'all hop on. Y'all hop over there when you do the soft cover. Well, okay, I want to try that. I haven't done it before, but I have these 2 books. I have these 2 books, these 2 really like good. They have a substantial cover on them to begin with, and they're in pretty good shape. And so I was just going to try it out and see what happened. Oh, thanks, Jen. More feed sack. Carla, did you send me this one? Carla sent me a 1 or 3, 2, 3, some. She sent me some. Yeah, it just worked out that all these colors were matching the books I was trying to do with them. Oh, cute. Look at the inside. That's so cute. Yes. You sent me this one, Carla? Okay. I thought so. And I think you sent me another one I used on, let's see, this. Carla, I think you sent me this one too, didn't you? Okay, this is the first, I'm glad I picked this up. This is the first one I did, right, y'all? Okay, and look, it's just been drying over something curved since I've been on this live. And it's already drying and it's already holding a curved shape. And this is over just a plastic crate lid. You see that? All right. I know there's people popping in and out, but would y'all like this video for me, please? Y'all mind giving me a like on this video? Nifty. Yeah. Well, and like in the glue, even though it's water-based, because you're using the brush and you're spreading it out, it does thin out nicely, and it, even in the humid South, dries relatively fast. Now, it hasn't started raining here yet, but if it starts to rain here, that may be a different story. I've got 2 dehumidifiers in my house, y'all. Oh, yay, South. Humidity. Oh, no, you had a storm that bad? It knocked you off, Cat? That's crazy. It hasn't started to rain here yet. Well, I'm glad you're back. Okay, let's see here. So I'm just gonna do this and then come up with this one. And yeah, so I have gotten some fabrics from Selena at Amore Fabrics. I think I have gotten some feed sack from Katie at Katie's Tribe of 5. I've gotten, oh, it was storming there too. I've gotten some feed sack from Carla and Happy Mail. And I can't remember. Oh, yes. And then some I've gotten from quilts I bought that had other quilts inside that I've taken apart that had feed sack backings on the quilt that I've taken apart. So yeah, that's where. And then a few feed sack pieces I've gotten from estate sales where they were used for in like for kitchen, like in the kitchen for, I don't know if they were used for towels. They didn't look like they didn't have stains on them, but I guess they used them for towels and stuff. Oh, really? That's a great job working for the power. I mean, I know the hours are crap, but they're a great company, from what I understand, to work for. Really? Okay, so my neighborhood, Jen, is so funny. Half of the neighborhood will lose power and the other half won't. Like, the people across the street from me are on a different power grid than I am. And a lot of times, for whatever reason, the front half of my neighborhood will lose power more than the back half. Isn't that odd? But thank God for Alabama Power and those guys, because they get it all here. They get the hurricanes, they get the tornadoes, and they also are the first people to go help when somebody else, like another state, has got problems. I mean, they're just really awesome. Awesome. Okay. So there we go. Now I'm going to put it on my edge here. Okay, you guys. Oh no, Carla, are you really? Thank you, Cotty. If you guys are ready to go, we can go, or I can attempt to work on one of these. Are y'all ready to go? Kat, do you have a channel? Pike Power? Is that like a subcontractor of Alabama Power? Okay. Oh gosh, Carla. That's terrible. Do a soft one. All right, if y'all want to hang out another minute, you can keep on going. I'm just organizing ephemera. Okay, let's do this. Okay, which one should I attempt? I've got Richard Scarry's, ABC's, and My House. Which one should I try to do next? Okay, My House. Let's see. My House. Okay, so this is the feed sack I have pulled to go with this one here. All right, that's what we're going to do. And that's the one I have pulled to go with this one. This is the ABC. Which I'm still a little undecided about that one. Yeah, I don't know. I may do another one. But this one, yeah, this works out great. We're going to do My House. Alrighty. Yeah, this feed sack came from Selena at Amore Fabrics. Isn't that precious? Oh, so cute. All right, so I have my spine. No, that's not quite big enough. Let's see. Let's see, y'all. Let me grab my other spine. Let's see. Okay, let's trim off a 3-inch spine. So we'll do 3 inches of this. I have got a really big, like industrial size paper cutter on my table right here to my right. That's really my favorite to use when I'm trimming these because they really kind of get substantial with the glue. All right. Let me get my pencil. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me get there and see. With the spine. I see what you're saying. Okay. Let me get my book together and see. But you're right. I do tend to shy away from fabrics that have a white background when I'm doing this. So you are bringing up an excellent point. Because I have done that before and I've had to go back and do like double fabric, and that tends to not work as nicely as a single layer of fabric. But I have done it. Okay. So you're right, that may not work. Okay, we may have to pull up our fabrics in a minute and see if we're gonna do, yeah, okay. So I think white gesso on the outside of your book. See, what I do is put a white or cream underneath. And then when you glue, it glues okay. Oh, okay. So you double layer your fabric is what you're saying. Okay. Yep. All right. I understand. Now, when you use, let me ask you this question, Carla. When you use your, I use masking tape. So when you use masking tape, does that not create enough of a, because I usually just go right over my masking tape with my fabric. Okay, we'll see. All right. So I'm going to start out, I guess, by taking the book apart. And I will use this, yes, if you do it one layer at a time, okay? it helps. Okay. So I am going to retain this to put back in the book. Super cute and very good condition. All right, let me get a clip this together because that's how I keep myself organized. All right. I do too. Carla is just so freaking talented, and it's about to be her full-time job. How many days, Carla? How many days you have left, girl? When I am doing my covers, I like if I can get them close to, like I tried to get that close to 8 inches, because when I go to do pages later, it makes it a little bit easier for me if I'm working with a regular, you know, like an 8 inches instead of like a bunch of 1/2 inches or 1/4 inches and stuff like that. 37 working days. Yes, ma'am. It's going to be on when Carla retires. All right. Let me get a baby wipe. I haven't wiped this book down yet. This cat's still on here. I got my Aldi baby wipes. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to get a little bit of yucky off of that and give it a good wipe down. It wasn't really that dirty to begin with, but I just like to give it a good wipe down. What giveaway? I didn't even know she did a giveaway. What did you win? No, you didn't tell us. What did you win? These are the best baby wipes. Do you use these too, Kat? They're sensitive and fragrance free. I'm weird about smells. I love them. They're great. And they're cheap. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know she had physical product. Oh my God. That is so, that is so cool. Does she sell it on Etsy or Amazon, or where does she sell it? Carrie, hello. Oh my God, is it Wednesday? Are you done working already? Yay, Carrie. She just started and she's only doing 40 kits, I think. And they're on Etsy. Girl, I'm so happy you're almost done. You can get back to your real love. Okay, so Jonna has, okay, and they're in her shop, in her Etsy shop, or she has a website. Okay, well, I follow her, but I'm going to have to make sure that I am signed up for all those notifications. That's awesome. I want to go take a peek. No, wait a minute. Not Jonna. Johanna in Australia. Okay, all right. Yep, Clow or whatever, right? Sorry. Okay, yeah. Okay. I was thinking you I'm sorry, I was thinking of somebody different. Yes, she does. Yes, I have seen her physical product. Yes. Yeah, she is super talented. That really is amazing. Have you ever used carpet tape on your spine? I personally would not use carpet tape because when you go to bind your journal, you don't want something, or I don't prefer something too sticky because it gets everything weird and sticky and it's hard to bind. So I like this because it's thinner. Carpet tape is also thicker. And isn't it double-sided? You would use double-sided. Okay, but so in your signatures first. So what do you mean? Oh, like sew your signatures in and then put the cover on, I guess. I don't know. I guess you could. I just have never tried it. And I just like this way I'm doing it. So I'm not sure that use regular fabric on the inside. Okay, I think I'm confused. Did you mean use carpet tape to construct the book? Way back when in, that's funny, yeah, right. Way back when I first started, I don't even know why, but I had masking tape all on my spine. And all I remember is when I was trying to bind that thing, my needle got stuck, the thread wouldn't go through because I was trying to bind it through that masking tape, and it was a disaster. So ever since then, I've been a little bit afraid to use a super thick something like that on a book that I'm gonna bind, I guess. Now I love the fabric tape for the fabric washi. That is awesome. Yes, Carla, write that on your list because I want to know how to do that too. All right, let's give this a go. Let's see how it goes. Let's try it out. Okay. Now this is kind of directional, isn't it? So I think we want to go that way with it. So yeah, I mean, I talk about like bad words, trying to bind a journal with all that. Oh my gosh, the thread wouldn't work. It was just, oh boy. Yeah, it was not a good day. That was not a good day. Okay, so we're gonna put that there, and then let's see, we're gonna trim here. I do too. I hope it'll work. I hope it won't come through too much. Oh, thanks, Jen. I'm so glad you came on. I love chatting with you. You just need to get your work and chat and work and chat. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yep. If it's raining over there, you should take a midday nap, Jen. Bye, girl. Have a good day. Okay, well, I am just gonna jump in and do it. And if it doesn't look good, I will fix it. If I don't like it, I'll fix it. So let's just do it. Okay. Well, and I always do, Carla, put a trim on the edges of mine. I always go back and do either pom-pom trim or some other. I've been collecting a lot of fun trims for that because I can't ever seem to get it quite straight when it meets in the middle, and a trim honestly helps hide all my boo-boos. So I do like to put a trim on there. I mean, now, unless I think there's one cover I did one time I didn't do, and it just happened to fray so beautifully that I thought a trim would just take away from that. So, let's see here. Get this little thread out of here. All right. Carla, what are you working on today? Are you working at home? I want to know what you're going to do next after your cute summery beachy journals are finished up. All right. And this is totally accidental, but look how pretty this goes with the inside of this book. Totally accidental, but that looks so cute together. Thank you. Freedom, tell me your name again. Thank you so much for saying that. Wally, that's right. Okay, thank you, Wally. Okay. Oh, yeah, back to school. I forgot. Yeah, I don't want to think about back to school, y'all. I went to Target with my daughter this week to buy her some school supplies. I'm not ready for it. I am not ready for back to school. I've been working a lot remote at my real job from home, so I can be here with my kids because it's summer, and it's just been so nice and relaxed, and you know, doing this and being with them. And I just think when school starts, well, I'll have 2 high schoolers this year, and they get very worried and stressed about their grades, and so, you know, it's just, they don't need to be as stressed as they are, but you know, it's just nice in the summer just to kind of be chill, you know. My daughter is 14, and she's going to go into 9th grade, and then I have a 17-year-old son that is going into 11th. He's going to be a junior this year. So, yeah. I love your Halloween books too, Carla. Okay, let's give that. Oh, God. Carla, the read. Oh, my gosh, girl. That's going to be awesome. Readers. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, my gosh. Those are going to be awesome. I do work out. I do work outside my home. I have a part-time job. I work in aerospace outside my home. I work for a tech company, but it's part-time and it's a small company, and I have everything I need to get into remote when I need to do stuff here. So, but it's very family kind of driven company. The owner's got 4 kids, and um, you know, I work from home when I need to be at home when they're sick, and then I come to the office a lot, when they're in school and we have more of a schedule. I come to the office a lot more, obviously, but it's just nice to be able to work remote and be home with them in the summer. But I'm an operations manager. I do business stuff for them. I don't do tech, aerospace. I don't do any of that. So, all right, y'all. Here she is. What do you think? Came out pretty good. They do grow fast, and I'm really just trying to be present, although they're teenagers. So sometimes it's a challenge, but I'm just trying to be present in their lives right now. Especially my son. I don't know if any of you have boys out there, but I just, one day he's going to get married, and I don't know where he's going to end up, wherever his wife wants to be. And so I'm really just trying to enjoy him. I hope y'all can still hear me okay. Anyway, I'm just really trying to enjoy him being at home for as long as I can. And I know that's what's supposed to happen. I know that's what's supposed to, with your boys. And I want him to get married and all that fun stuff. But I'm just very aware. Whereas like my daughter she'll never, well, I say she'll never leave me. She'll never leave her daddy. So she'll always be here. She is a daddy's girl. Let's see. I have 3 girls, 38. Aw. Nice. Yeah, they say that somebody put a post on social media that when your son's a senior in college, or high school rather, when your little boy is a senior in high school, it's like the longest, hardest breakup of your life. Because he's about to go off and go to school or get married or whatever. And yeah, it is. I'm sure, Carla. And it's funny because I didn't have brothers, so my parents had all girls, and my husband has a brother, and they didn't have any daughters. So my mom didn't get what it was like really to have a son, and his mom didn't get what it was like to have a daughter, which now they're getting that with their grandkids, which is lovely. But yeah, there's just something about little boys just love their mamas, and they want to take care of their mamas, and it's so sweet. But one day he's going to get married, and that's what he's supposed to do. And so I'm just trying to enjoy him while he's here. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to do this again. Now, your son, Carla, that's 6 hours, is he the one that was kind of affected by the terrible hurricane madness? Was he kind of in that area? Not when they find their women. What? Not when they find their women? I don't know. Like, they don't love their mamas when they find their women, or? Okay, let's see. That's fine. one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Eastern Tennessee. Okay. I mean, y'all, what is going on in Texas right now? Well, it reminds me of everything. Carla, remind me, what hurricane was that came through North Carolina and Tennessee that just demolished the landscape there? I don't remember the name of it. But anyway, y'all, I can't even watch the news anymore about what's going on in Texas. It is just so sad. I mean, it's wonderful. There's like so many great stories of, you know, heroes and survival and all that kind of stuff, but Helene, that's it. So I know, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I cannot, let's see, I guess I'm about to be 47. I cannot remember in my lifetime there being floods that are so devastating as we've had these floods devastate parts of our country lately. I just think it's crazy. And yes, it is heartbreaking. I mean, especially the kids at the camp. I mean, there was actually one little girl that passed away is from a different neighborhood in Birmingham where I live, Mountain Brook. And I mean, they went and took their baby to to camp, and then that was the last time they're going to see her. I can't even talk about it. It's so terrible. It's just so sad. And it seems to be missing people are just getting worse and worse. Anyway, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on this, but anyway, yeah, I've been praying a lot for those families and those girls and everybody that was affected by that. And I know that I really keep up with what went on in Helene, because there's some journalists on YouTube that report about what's going on, even currently with Helene, and there's still so much cleanup to be done and people to find even from Helene. I mean, it's so crazy, the devastation. But anyway. Okay, guys, let's see here. I'm going to pull my fabrics out, my feed sack, and y'all are going to have to help me decide. From Helene for sure, because of the landscape. I mean, right. It's hills and mountains and valleys. I mean, you know, Texas is flat at least, you know, so it's like easier, I think, to maneuver because it's flat. But yeah, it's, Helene, that was just so terrible. Okay, so yeah, definitely thinking about and sending prayers to all those families. All right, so we have this one. I thought initially I might want to use, but I don't. See, I love the brown and the reds and even the gold. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm not sure about picking up this here, this turquoisey color. Oh, now, okay. This may be the one to do. Can y'all tell there's blocks on this? A, B, C, whatnot. Find your ABCs. It would kind of be irresponsible for me not to put this fabric on the spine, right? I mean, I think so. It would be irresponsible. Let's see what else I got though. I have this too. This one. The blocks. Okay, so we have the blocks. And then we have, with the turquoise, I have that one. That one's not bad. And then I have this one, which there's, again, the white background problem, and there's really not any of this pink. Well, there is. His little cheeks are pink. Okay. Y'all like this one the best with the blocks? And then I got a piece, this huge piece of feed sack fabric, and I may share this with you guys, this pattern, because I don't know that I would ever use it on a spine because there's so much white, but I think it would be pretty on other things, and I've got a ton of it. But the colors match okay, but I don't like how white this is because this is white. Now, if this was like a solid background, yeah, okay, so we are overwhelmingly this one here. All right, done. Let's book it. We'll do it. Okay. All right, let's do it. Yeah, that's gonna be cute on there. Very cute. Cute, cute. Thank you, Wally. I think so too. Alrighty. Well, you guys, I'm gonna have all my covers done by the end of this. And so then the next step, I guess, will be to start. Well, the next thing I like to do is trim. And so maybe tomorrow or Friday, I can come back on and we can do, I can show y'all how I put the trims on. And then, this is way too thick for this, isn't it? And then, pages after that. We'll do pages. If you guys aren't bored to tears, I will come back on. We will continue. We can do this on lives. I love chatting with y'all. Okay. Better. Yep, that's a lot better. Well, I don't know if it's going to rain here or not. It keeps getting dark like it might rain, and then the sun comes back out. Okay. So did you guys buy anything for Prime Day? Anything fun for Prime Day? Oh my gosh, really, Kat? It's still booming there? That's crazy. No buying yet. I got some OxiClean Max Force. 3 bottles. I did have to buy a new Carla. I got a new phone. I got a new stand for my phone to record my sweep. Oh, you haven't pulled the trigger yet? Upside down. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, good call. Thank you. Good call. Thank you. Oh, I hope I didn't do the other one upside down. I didn't really notice that it was directional. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I got a new camera stand, I guess, for recording, because I record with my phone. Okay. Trim this. Oh, I forgot to put my mat back down, y'all. My dish mat that absorbs all that mess. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right, guys. Well, I guess I am gonna hop off as soon as I get finished with this one. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button before you leave, I would appreciate it. Oh, that came out so cute. Look at that. Thanks, y'all, for helping me pick that out. That looks so good. And put a little bit more glue on the inside, that spot. Alrighty. Was it me that mentioned in my video yesterday that it's hard to find ledger paper? Okay. Stay tuned for my next live sale. I have found a lot of different ledger paper and I'm going to share it. So stay tuned. But generally, yes, I do think it's hard to find ledger paper. Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Be safe out there. And thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a great day. Bye.